Hi guys, let's look at Lainaku Term 1, that is 2025, Computer Studies, Paper 1, Theory. So I'll use the marking scheme since it has the question and the answer. Define the term computer system. So here, a computer system is a combination or integrated set of hardware, software, data, and users designed to process and manage information. Now remember this one in Form 1, we checked that a computer system is made up of 3 entities, that is hardware, software, and users. You can also include data that is being processed. State 3 differences between read-only memory and random access memory. So we have the feature, we have the read-only memory on the other hand, and also we have the random access memory. So we talk about volatility. When we talk about volatility, ROM is non-volatile. That is, data remains even when power is off. On the other hand, volatile, that is for random access memory, data is lost when power is off. About the functionality, the read-only memory stores permanent instructions, for example, the BIOS or the firmware. RAM, on the other hand, or random access memory, keeps temporarily, that is, data is stored temporarily. Then writing capability cannot be written, that is for the read-only memory. RAM or random access memory can be read and written frequently. About the speed, the read-only memory is slow, whereas the RAM is faster. Storage capacity, we say that read-only memory is small, it's actually 30%, and large storage, that is for the read-only memory. You can also see this one is measured in MBs, whereas this one is measured in GB. What is software license and why is it important? Now, a software license is a legal document or a legal agreement that grants users rights to use software under specific conditions. It ensures proper usage, protects intellectual property, and also prevents piracy. Then list 3 functions of an OS. That is in Form 1. So we have process management. This means it controls and schedules tasks, processes for efficient execution. Then we talk about memory management. That is, it allocates and manages system memory for running programs. When we talk about file system management, it organizes, stores, and retrieves data from storage devices when need be. Then we have device management, whereby we talk about controls hardware components like printers, keyboards, and drives like USB. Then when we talk about user interface management, it provides graphical or command line interface for user interaction. Remember, when we talk about operating system, it is the main program that controls everything in a computer. Then we have differentiate between primary storage and secondary storage with examples. Primary storage is volatile. For example, random access memory, where secondary storage is non-volatile. For example, the hard disks or the hard drive. You can also talk about the SSD, the solid state drive. Then we have examples of each. We have the random access memory and also hard disk or hard drive. Explain the purpose of network switch in a computer network. So when you talk about a switch, some guys may call it an intelligent hub or hub. So a network switch connects devices within a network and directs data to its intended destination. Then we have question number 7. Describe 2 advantages of using cloud computing for data storage. So here you may not get it if you don't understand what is cloud computing. Cloud computing is whereby you keep or store your files online. Like for example, you can talk about Dropbox, you can talk about Google Drive, among others like OneDrive for Microsoft. So accessibility, data can be accessed from anywhere. Like for example, when you keep your data in Google Drive, having your phone, having your tablet, having your laptop or your computer, you can access data from any place, so long as there is internet. Cost effective. This means that it reduces the need for expensive on-site storage hardware. So when you talk about cloud computing, once you pay once, for example, if it's for large data, you can always add data and delete. Scalability, this means it can be increased, you can adjust. For example, you can move from 25 GB to 50 GB. That means scalability, ability to increase, to be increased or decreased. Then data security and backup. This means that whenever your data or which is offline, downloaded from the online cloud, collapses or is deleted, you can always get it back. Define a database and explain its importance in information management. What is a database? A database simply means a collection of data stored electronically, or rather, it's a collection of related data. Importance is that it facilitates effective data retrieval, storage, and management. What is the lore of encryption in cybersecurity? Here we have two terminologies, cybersecurity and also encryption. So when you talk about cybersecurity, here we are talking about protecting data against unauthorized access. So when you talk about encryption, this is converting data into unreadable code, ensuring that confidentiality and protection from unauthorized. Rather, it is mixing up data in a way that only the sender and the recipient can understand. Write a pseudocode to calculate a perimeter of a rectangle given its length and width. Here, you have to talk about the input, the process, and the output. So begin or start, input, length, and width, those are our input. Perimeter equals to 2 times length plus width into brackets. Output perimeter, as simple as that. So you must show the begin and end, also inside input, process, and output. State 3 advantages of using spreadsheets for financial data analysis. Spreadsheet is simply a grid pattern of rows and columns where data is entered for easy analysis. So we have data organization. It helps arrange and manage large data sets effectively. Automated calculation. This means that Excel or a spreadsheet package for that matter can always calculate data, that is the outputs automatically. Visualization. You can use graphs and charts for better financial data interpretation. Scenario analysis, tools like what if analysis. We also have another one called goal seek. So those ones you can use, that is functions like scenario analysis that will help you to predict outcome of something, like profits or losses. We have data filtering and sorting. Data filtering is extracting data that meet a certain criteria, while sorting is arranging data in either ascending or descending order. Then we have question number 12. Explain two differences between syntax error and logic error in programming. So here we are talking about two differences. Number one, the first difference is that mistakes, that is for syntax error, mistakes in the program's grammar. Actually, when we talk about a syntax, we are talking about the grammar, the way it should be written. Logic means how the answers will be provided or gotten, for that matter. So when you talk about a syntax error, it is all about the language. When logic is whether the results will be correct or incorrect. So we have examples. This one is detected by the compiler. This one is non-detectable. Example is missing a semicolon. For example, now it's giving a proper improper data type or formula. What is HTML and how is it used in web development? HTML is a language. It is a scripting language. It is a language used to write websites. So it means hypertext markup language. It is a language used to write websites. Then we have list 3 examples of emerging technologies and briefly describe the applications. So we have the emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, use automation, virtual assistants, and predictive analysis. Now here you can talk about something like ChatGPT. You can also bring Copilot among others. We have blockchain, ensure secure transactions is encrypt in cryptocurrency and digital contracts. So it ensures secure transactions even without actually talking about cryptocurrency or digital contracts. 5G technology ensures high-speed internet and improved connectivity for smart devices. We also have Internet of Things. This connects smart devices for automation, e.g. smart homes, smart cities, etc. Then we have quantum computing. Solves complex problems in cryptography, simulations, and optimization. So you can pause the video and take some notes. Mention 3 ethical issues associated with AI, artificial intelligence. So you have privacy concerns. AI systems can collect and misuse personal data. Bias and discrimination. AI models may reinforce existing social biases. We have job displacement. Automation can replace human workers, leading to unemployment. Also, security risks. AI can be misused for cyber attacks, deep fakes, and fraud. Also, we can talk about accountability issues. Lack of clear responsibility when AI makes mistakes or causes harm. We get to our section B. Our section B is usually 60 marks, so we can check the section B, how section B comes up. So any questions, answer question 16 compulsory and any 3 of the remaining questions. So the first question, define the following terms: algorithm, variable, debugging. Then write a pseudocode for a program to calculate the area of a triangle. The program should prompt the user to input the base and height. So guys, an algorithm is a step-by-step procedure to solve a problem. So simple as it goes. An algorithm is just a procedure to solve or a way of solving a problem. Then we have a variable. Variable is a named storage location. For example, if I have to store 5 in a space called x, so we shall say x equals to 5. So x is our variable. It is a named storage location for data, for storing data. Debugging is fixing. It's actually getting and fixing errors, as simple as that. Now guys, here instead of using begin, you can use start. Instead of end, you can use stop. So step number 1, prompt user to enter the base. Display, or you can say print, you can say input. Display, enter, here you can just say print, enter the base of the triangle, and that is then input the base. Step number 2, prompt for the height. These ones are called comments. These double lines here, they are non-executable lines. Then we have display. Enter the height of the triangle, input the height. Then the next step is processing. Calculate the area of triangle. So area is a half base times height. Then the next point is to display now the results. The area is area. Then benefits of learning programming. It enhances program solving skills. Programming teaches logical thinking, breaking of down complex problems, and finding efficient solutions. Then we have open up career opportunities. You can be employed, you can employ yourself as a programmer. Encourage creativity and innovation. When you run programming, you become creative. You can come up with games, websites, applications. Then we have improves computational thinking. You will be in a position to understand algorithms, data structures, and how computers process information efficiently. Then we have automates repetitive tasks. Programming enables automation of tasks improving productivity and efficiency in various industries. Then it also helps you to develop a competitive edge in the digital world. We have question number 17. Question number 17. So differentiate between the following pairs of terms. We have local area network, LAN, and we have wide area network. We have hub and router. We have UTP versus STP transmission media. We also have state and explain 3 benefits of using a network in an organization. List 3 security measures against computer crimes in information technology. So guys, local area network is a network that covers a small area, e.g. an office or a building, whereas a wide area network covers large areas, e.g. the internet. Then when we talk about a hub, it is a device that broadcasts data to all devices in the network, where a router directs data to specific destinations. Then we have unshielded twisted pair, UTP, and shielded twisted pair communication. So the difference here is that unshielded, that just like the term goes, unshielded, it is susceptible. That means it is susceptible here means it can be easily affected by electromagnetic interference. That is noise that comes when wires are near each other, where the shielded twisted pair is immune. That is, it is not easily affected by the electromagnetic interference or noise. Then we have benefits of network in an organization. Number 1 is resource sharing. That is, one gadget like a printer can be used in various offices. Then we have communication. When we have a network, it is easier to communicate. You can use messaging apps, video conferencing, and emails. Then we have centralized data management. Data can be stored, managed, and accessed from a central location, in improving security and backup processes. Then we have increased collaboration. Multiple users can work on shared file and process in real time, improving teamwork and productivity. Then we also have remote access. Users can access network resources from anywhere, enabling remote work and learning. Then we have security measures against computer crimes in an information system. You can use strong authentication. That is, you can use strong passwords. You can also install update firewalls and antivirus. That is self-explanatory. You can encrypt data and communications. This one I had explained earlier. Encryption is making sure that data is only readable for the sender and the recipient. Then we have regular software updates and patch. Make sure that always your softwares or networks are up to date. Then we have question number 18. Define the following database terms and give one importance of each. We have table, primary key, record. We have list and explain 3 advantages of using a database over traditional paper-based methods. Then we have the following fields are found in a patient's table: patient's name, patient's ID, doctor ID, ailment. Identify the most appropriate data type for ailment. What is the foreign key? What is a foreign key as used in database design? Identify the most appropriate field to be a foreign key. So guys, we have a table. It's just a collection of related data in rows and columns. When we talk about a primary key, it is a unique identifier for a record. For example, in our app data there, patient ID is uniquely identifying the patient, as that one makes it the primary key. A record is a single entry in a table. Like for example, when you feed patients in that above table there, that one becomes a record. Then list and explain 3 advantages of using that is database over manual work or over books or the normal files, you know them. So there is faster data retrieval. Data is easily searched and displayed. It improved data accuracy. So data accuracy here, you cannot compare data written in a book using handwriting, and probably somebody is interfered by 1, 2, 3, and database will give accurate data. Then there is data security, and traditional file can be can be destroyed by fire, where something like a database, once you keep backups online or using cloud, that data has security. Then efficient storage and space saving. Your files occupy a lot of space, where in a computer you can just use one laptop and having a whole organization's data. Easier data backup and recovery, that is self-explanatory. Now, element can be short text, long text, or memo. The foreign key up there, it is the doctor ID. Why? We are talking about the patient. That means when the doctor comes in, the doctor ID becomes the foreign key. Identify two differences between batch processing and real-time processing. Why is data validation important in data processing? Give two examples of data processing applications in the health sector. Convert 10, 11, 0 to decimal. A student saves a text document that is 4 kilobytes in size. How many bytes does the document contain? So you are supposed to convert. Then we have distinguish between binary and hexadecimal number system. Why is system testing an essential phase in system development? Give two reasons why user involvement is important in system development. So we head to question number 19. When we talk about batch processing, this is collecting data at a scheduled time, e.g. quarterly, weekly, monthly, yearly, and then process it at once, like a payroll. Real-time processing, data is processed immediately as it appears. So for example, when you insert an ATM, it will ask you for the PIN and then process the transaction. That is real-time. So we have now, why is the validation important in data process? What is data validation? Now this is ensuring that data is accurate. You compare the manual and the data entered in a computer. So it ensures accuracy, completeness, and reliability of data before processing, reducing errors. Give two examples of data processing application in health sector. We have that is EMR, electronic medical records, storing and processing patients' information digitally. We have hospital billing systems, processing medical bills and insurance claims. Now, to convert this one, you first of all arrange the numbers, then you continuously multiply by 2. Starting from your right hand side should be 2 raised to power 0, or there you move up to the last digit, then add them up. Then we have conversion of this one. Remember, 1 kilobytes is equals to 1024 bytes. So you can now calculate that one and get the answer. Distinguish between binary and hexadecimal. So binary has a radix of 2, that is base 2. And then we have hexadecimal has H or 16. Then we have, why is system testing an essential phase? It helps identify and fix errors. That is the key answer here. It identify and fix errors. Then we have give two reasons why user involvement is important in system development. Now here we have ensures the system meets user needs. The user involvement, that means that whenever you are creating the system, you are consulting the user, and that one ensures system meets the user needs. It increases user acceptance and satisfaction. Remember, when you create a system and take to the user, there is resistance. in case the user was not involved. Helps identify errors and improve usability. That's very true. The user will be in a position to identify the errors and inform you as the programmer, and you make changes. Reduces resistance to change. That one I had explained earlier. Then the next question is our last question, question number 20. Define the terms used in networking. We have bandwidth. We also have network protocol. We have give an example in each. Differentiate between bound and unbound media in data transmission. We have explained the function of the following network devices. We have network interface card. We have modem. We have repeater. What is a network topology? That is the next question. Then we have, using a diagram, describe two examples of physical network topologies. We are talking about physical network topologies. So, bandwidth, this is the maximum amount of data that can be transmitted over a transmission media, usually measured in MPBS or GPBS, in most cases MPBS. Then we have network protocol. It is a law that govern communication between devices. For example, we have TCP/IP, Transmission Control Protocol, Internet Protocol. We have HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocols. So a protocol is actually as a rule that govern communication. Then we have bound. Bound means it is physical, it uses physical cables. Unbound is wireless, in other words. So when you talk about bound, you can talk about coaxial cables, fiber optic, twisted pair cable, that you are talking about UTP and STP. Unbounded, you can talk about microwaves, satellite communication, infrared, Bluetooth, etc. So the next question is that you explain the function of the following network connectivity devices. We have the NIC. It is a device that creates a physical link between computer and a transmission media. So it is the part of a computer that make the cable, like Ethernet, now connect to the computer. When you talk about a modem, this means modulation, demodulation. It converts digital signal to analog and vice versa. A repeater is actually an amplifier. When signal that is when signal runs in a cable, as distance increases, it loses its strength. That is called attenuation. And for that case, you need a repeater or an amplifier to make sure that signal goes back to its strength. What is network topology? Network topology here just refers to the arrangement. As simple as that. You score the marks. Or you can also use a diagram to explain the network topology. So you usually have star, bus, ring. We have others like mesh and others like tree. So these are the examples. The first example there shows star topology. The next one here shows a ring. That means every gadget is connected to each other. That means if this gadget gets faulty, the network stops. In opposite, if this gadget misbehaves, since the others are connected to the hub, the network still continues. Then we have the ring topology that is up there. This is the mesh. That means every gadget is connected to the other one. Then we have the tree. The tree is a combination of star and bus topology. That is that one. This is the bus topology. I have showed you the star. So this one shows that one. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Remember to subscribe if you have not subscribed, like and share my videos.